See, we all deserve to live our dreams, and just do it. Like, no more waiting, because time is not going to wait for us. As my mom would say, is that time never waits. Time will keep going on and moving past us. It will not tell us to catch up. Time is like invisible. It just, we have clocks that monitor time, and as we get old, then we know that we're getting older, and we know that time is passing, and we know that the time with calendars and everything, that everything's just moving forward, and we know that things are moving forward because we're getting older. We're feeling more tired. We don't have as much performance, and there's all these things that are changing because as time passes by, we get older, and the more time we waste, the more opportunities that we waste, and that we have to always be prepared. And having a plan, a dream plan, is a good idea to stay prepared. And also just really preparing ourselves for the dream, like preparing our qualities, like saying that we have these strengths, and it's like utilize our strengths to really maximize our opportunities, and just really looking, and if we have some weaknesses, just kind of improve those weaknesses. Like sometimes we are who we are. Like we are known to have these certain weaknesses because is this who we are? It's our genetic makeup, or is this who we are? Like if we're a nervous person, then we're gonna be nervous. But if we don't want to be nervous anymore, then we should find ways to not be nervous, like to improve our confidence. Like maybe we get nervous because we're just nervous people, but sometimes we can improve ourselves to not have as much like anxiety and stress and pressure. Is this that we're more vulnerable in different moments in our life? Like we have like sometimes emotional vulnerabilities, and those are times that we want to be open with somebody that's going to listen to us and that's going to be there for us, and that's really going to understand us and really find passion in things that we do that love us. Come on. And walking a dog right now. Come on, let's go. And there's the things that we want to do, that we're running across the street, that we want to do that will make us happy. And if we do these things, then we will find, we feel that we live our dream, that it will make us happy. But what if our dream is to make other people happy, or to make movies that inspire people so they could find their own happiness, or to do things that make the world a better place, create stories that people will relate to, that shows that we understand your life. We understand what we could do to share your story, because it's your story, and it could be a million different people watching it, and it could be all their stories. They could say, that's my life. Every single person in the theater that has watched the movie says, whoa, they're writing about my life. Like they made a movie on my life. We could all have our moments, and sometimes people don't have moments when they're watching movies. Like there could be a climax and they're supposed to be sad and get emotional, and it's because their upbringing hasn't really exposed them to that type of like emotion, that they don't get a reaction. They're like, where was the climax? I didn't see it. And those are the moments that we look at them and we're just thinking like, whoa, like you didn't see, that redemption, or that amazing moment of like them getting the job, or all the struggle, all the resilient moments that they had, and then they get this job that they weren't supposed to get because everything was against them. And then for them to say, there was this, it was this very subtle, I didn't really see a climax. Is this because we're all in a different place when we grow up? We're all raised differently, and sometimes some people are spoon-fed, and some people that haven't gone through struggles, they didn't really have to make a lot of decisions, where other people have struggled and have been through a lot of tough times, and they realized they were getting mistreated, but they couldn't do nothing about it because they had to accept it. They had to accept the fact that they were getting mistreated because they had no other options. They didn't have another way to like leave something, because they couldn't support themselves. They couldn't do these things that they wanted to do, and their dream could be really important to them. And it was just hard to make decisions because they weren't positioned. They didn't meet somebody that was going to care for them and love them the way that they deserve. And that's times like sometimes we put ourselves in those positions because we have this bigger dream, this bigger moment of like that this dream is very important to us, and then sometimes we put ourselves in these positions because we want something that's so much that we know that if we just hang in there a little bit longer, that we can make it. And then sometimes like we end up meeting other people that are just really, that care about us way more than we could ever imagine, and that they actually love us, like really love us, and they want to love us. And those are the people that we have to keep around, you know, to look at maybe possibly a future. And I believe that sometimes we're meant to be in situations like in bad relationships or at jobs that we don't like, to really dig deeper and learn more about who we are, and to really dig deep and find new qualities, or just really strengthening different areas, have that mental toughness, and just really just fighting harder for what we want. And there's times that we don't even see it because sometimes we just get lost in life. We could get spoiled. We could have moments like we're just comfortable and we're living comfortable and we think that is a good life. And then one day we realize like that we have no like power. We're not even empowered, and we didn't even grow. We're like, what happened? Like in the last decade, in the last 15 years, I didn't even grow. Like I'm just living life and 15 years has passed by and I didn't achieve anything. And I just keep working to struggle, and I keep sitting in traffic, and I keep having to get check loans, and I just I'm not making money, and I haven't been able to buy a home, and I don't even own my car because I keep just really leasing cars. And then one day you just wake up and it's like life is like passed by, and then it's almost like it's not too late, it just becomes harder. And if we just are tired because life beat us up and then we're jaded, then we might not even have the drive, you know, to even push forward, because we're just like really thinking backwards. We're going backwards and saying like, look at all these moments that I could have done these things, but I didn't do it. I didn't work hard enough. I didn't work smarter, and I could have just done it. And I was just there. I was there where I needed to be, and I just didn't do it. I didn't do it, and now I regret it, and I have resentment because people were blocking me from achieving what I knew I could have done, and they made my life harder. You don't want to be in those positions. So if you have a chance to live your dream, we have to make decisions to get rid of those people that are making our lives incredibly hard. And it's really surrounding ourselves with people that understand us and that are really will encourage us and really will fight for us, and they understand and they will do things out of the kindness of their heart for us without any expectations, that they want to help us and they want to see us to be happy. And they say like true love is that if we really truly love somebody, we'll do things without expectations, and we're willing to let that person go because their happiness matters to us so much that we're willing to let that person go. If they find someone else that makes them happy, or find another life, and we may never get to experience a life with them though, but we have, I almost stepped on the dog. We have, you know, so much passion for them, and that if we have to let them go to find their happiness in that, because we can't attach our happiness or our value to someone else, because then if we don't get that person, we'll get devastated. If we move somewhere for someone and we don't get them, then we are going to be broken, because we move somewhere and then all of a sudden, oh no, they're with somebody else, or they don't want to be with us, or maybe they change their mind. Then it's like that we want to focus on the dream. We want to focus on something like goals and do things for ourselves. And then because we put that primary option of that person, then what happens, that we can't function in our daily lives. We can't do anything, and then we get sick and like love sick and all that. Like, and that's not the way to live life, to where we feel like that person is our identity and that they're our value and we can't do anything else. And then we start crying and get all emotional and start being all weak and disgusting and just acting all pathetic. Sorry, but that's true. We don't want that. We want to be strong, but also we could be nice, we could be kind, and we could do great things, but we also want to be tough too. We want to balance things out. Just like women could be sweet, kind, nice, but also be tough, to have that balance. so nobody steps over you, and steps on you or uses you or takes advantage of you. And these are the things that we have to remind ourselves, is that we could achieve anything that we want in life, and that we have to really just focus, like concentrate on what you want. Don't let that dream slip away. That dream can happen. You could do it, You just, sometimes people want to believe in you. It's kind of hard. It's really hard. I understand that everybody's going to say you're dreaming, you're in the clouds, you're reaching for the stars, and it's just like all these things. And we feel like nobody's on our side and everybody's doubting us and that they don't see our potential. But just know that I believe in you. I don't know you, and I believe that you could do it. And I believe you could do it tonight. I believe you could start. If you haven't started on your dream, or you already have a dream that you want to accomplish, or you just don't know what your dream is, I believe that you could do it, and you could find your happiness, because you deserve it. We all deserve happiness. We all deserve, to be valued, to be respected, to be loved. But we have